Televangelist Rick Wiles has a genius theory for us about how God is taking revenge on us for abortion being legal.
Our soil is soaked in baby blood. 4,000 babies killed every day. Their guts, their intestines, their brains, their blood flushed down the toilet in the baby butcher shops, goes into the sewer system, carried in the sewer pipes under the city streets, into the sewage system. Our country's soaked in blood.
Yes.
And the soil is crying out for justice.
Yes.
So I've been warning for 20 years, if we don't repent, there'll be another people brought in that will push us off the land. And I've thought all these years, Chinese, Russians, who's capable of invading us? It just hit me.
Right.
It just hit me in the past week. We've already been invaded.
Right. We're already
being pushed off the land.
Yes.
It's already happened. The judgment has been underway for years, and we didn't see it.
This is the judgment of God.
God's bringing another people into America and pushing the white Europeans off the land. I know you're going to get really upset with me, but it's the truth.
Yes. It makes perfect sense. I mean, it fits the biblical pattern, right?
Yes. And so we have a brown invasion that has come in.
Yes, and they're not killing their kids. Think about this.
They're not murdering their babies. This is the land vomiting the people out. And so all these years have been waiting on the Chinese to come and do it and not realizing God's doing it with Central Americans.
I really have to cover these guys more because it is just a festival of silliness when you watch these guys. So look at his argument. If you can call it an argument, which is a giant stretch. God is sending people to displace white European Americans, not my words, his, sending a brown invasion because God is mad about abortion being legal in the U.S. Okay, dude, abortion is legal in a lot of places. So wouldn't God, in your hypothetical scenario here, which you think is real because you're a crazy person, wouldn't God have to displace everybody in all of the places where abortion is legal? And that's not happening. And we're not even being displaced here. Dude, 72% of the United States of America is white. 72%. If God is doing a brown invasion, it sure is a slow-moving thing, huh? So let me get this straight. God is omnipotent, almighty, all-powerful, all-knowing. He could do anything. And he's like, I'm so mad that I'm going to gradually reduce the population of white people in the U.S. And still make it 72% of them are white because I'm so mad over abortion and I will displace them over like a 100-year span. If God was really mad, wouldn't he just be able to wipe everybody out? Like, have just a fucking super volcano erupt in the U.S. and kill out everybody? But why would God choose to do like a slow-moving brown invasion? Which, by the way, come on, man. Like, are we going to pretend like this is not deeply bigoted also? Like, he's doing a brown invasion because we fucked up. And obviously a brown invasion would be bad because they're brown, and that's bad. I don't, like... That's so many layers of stupid that it's hard for me to even comb through it all. So God's doing a really bad job, even if that was his plan, which is a ridiculous plan. Like, oh, you have abortion, so I'm going to get rid of all the white people there. Well, God damn it, you're going slow. We still got 72% white people. And then also, this guy's so pro-life, I'm killing the babies, the babies. Has Rick Wiles ever done a segment, ever, about the fact that we're bombing 8 countries right this second, and that we still have a full-scale war in Iraq, still have a full-scale war in Afghanistan, we're starting a new war in Syria? Has he ever done a segment on this? Now, for a guy who's so pro-life, I mean, you would think that he would spend at least some time fighting against war, because war brings death. You would think he would spend at least some time fighting against the death penalty, because, life would be the opposite of death, and if he's so pro-life, he would want to stop any policies that create death. The death penalty would be one of the biggest ones. It's in the fucking title. It's in the name. Death penalty. Has he ever done a segment in favor or against the death penalty? No. So he's not pro-life. He's full of shit. That's what he is. His head is up his ass with Christian fundamentalist garbage. And then, by the way, for the record, if you actually read the Bible, it's not against abortion. There are portions of the Bible where abortion is in there. They recommend it in some circumstances. If your wife cheats on you, they say she should drink bitter water and miscarry. In other words, have a fucking abortion. Take some poison, have an abortion, but don't worry, if you drink the bitter water and then there's no abortion, there's no miscarriage, it's okay, it's your baby. But if there is an abortion, if there is a miscarriage, well, then that's the guy she cheated on you with's baby, so that's good. So if your wife cheats on you, they recommend abortion. God damn it. They don't even fucking read their own Bible that they're so convinced is true. Goodness gracious. And think, really, seriously, of all the things God could do with his time, that's what he's doing? That's what he's doing. God is God. If he wanted to stop abortion, he could just stop abortion. Right? He's just say, okay, no, now, even if there's an instance of conception that could happen, I will magically make it so that there is no baby created, because I'm God and I don't want to see abortions. So, sure, you may have busted a nut in your girlfriend, but here's my magic wand and boom, you're done. No, there will be no baby. There will be no fetus. He could do that. He's God. But no, God is mad over abortion, so God sent a brown invasion to take over the country. But God also somehow missed all the other countries that have abortion. He's not invading them, he's just invading us because of reasons and stuff and things. That's another thing about these guys I find hilarious. Is like, they really think like the U.S. we're the chosen ones. Like, this guy has done rants about how Donald Trump... I got Brian Fisher behind me here. Let me go back to Rick Wiles. That was pretty stupid of me. But they're the same guy anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this guy has done rants against, or saying that Donald Trump was picked by God. Okay, Donald Trump was picked by God, so God somehow cares deeply about the United States, but did he not pick the leaders before in the United States? So what, did he take the Obama years off? God picks the leaders of the U.S., but only the leaders he likes, not the ones that he doesn't like. Weird. God also does not ever pick the leaders of other countries, because obviously God doesn't care about them. He only cares about us because we're America. Yay! There's just... I'm honestly just amazed that there are people who are this unthoughtful who are in these positions. And the good news is I don't think anybody watches him except through this show, so it's really mostly people mocking him ruthlessly.